folks? Good to be back here with you, Chris at Daily. Excited to make this video finally because I'm finally going to do a giveaway. It's Wood Wednesday today, so that may be a clue as to what I'm going to be giving away. But I wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about the giveaway because I didn't do it at 250. I just I'm lagging a little bit on the making stickers. I'm designing a logo today to kind of start getting that underway. But I'm going to do a 300 subscription giveaway. I think I'm at 270 right now. So hopefully I'll make it to 300 and maybe with a little bit of you guys' help. I will, but I'm going to show that knife I'm giving away today in this video, so stick around for it. But first, I got to just mention something, and I wanted to quickly just share some of my excitement about. You can see the LA hat, okay? I'm a baseball fan. I'm not like the biggest baseball fan in the world or anything like that. And I didn't grow up an LA Dodgers fan. I'm not from LA originally. I am from Sacramento, California. And when you're from Sacramento, California, you don't like anything that happens down in LA, okay? Two very different places. And I grew up an Oakland A's fan, and I had my dreams dashed by the Dodgers and Kirk Gibson when he hit a home run off Dennis Eckersley and shattered my 9-year-old dreams of my team, the Oakland A's, winning the World Series. So anyhow, it was tough for me to become a Dodgers fan. I've lived in Los Angeles now for 25 years. And around 2017, I had to just jump on the bandwagon and start enjoying some baseball again because it's just fun, right? It's just sports are fun. It's just a fun thing. I can't quite get with the Lakers. Nothing against them. I just Sacramento Kings fan once again. LA always whip on us, and so I went through a lot of heartache there too. So anyways, to make a long story short, what I want to tell you guys, I know you guys are mostly into football, and it's fantastic, beautiful sport, amazing sport, but baseball right now, I want to bring to your attention what's happening. Now, I know Los Angeles, we paid for a team and we stacked it with a bunch of players and we got a crazy, and I totally think that a lot of that is, I guess, unfair in a way, to some extent. I don't, I understand that scenario. However, there's a player on the team right now that is bigger than just baseball, okay? And it doesn't matter how much you're paying him, he's going to be doing what he is doing. And what he's doing is over and above, it's about greatest athlete type of thing ever. And the other night in the NLCS championship, Shohei Ohtani, okay? I don't know how you feel about him. He's as mild-mannered, polite, gentlemanly, tip-top sportsmanship as you could ever find an athlete in the world. And it's probably because he's Japanese and he's just got manners ingrained in him or something like that. But to make a long story short, this gentleman pitched 6 shutout innings, striking out 10 batters. And then he went to bat 4 times. He walked 1. He also hit 3 home runs. So he batted 1,000, all home runs, and pitched 6 shutout innings, striking out 10 batters. Now, in the world of sports, whether it's soccer, football, baseball, basketball, whatever sport or whatever you want to talk about, that is a feat and an accomplishment that if you don't even watch baseball, go at least watch a little bit of this man play, the way that he carries himself and what he does. He strikes out quite a bit because he's a home run hitter and all that stuff, but gee whiz, like it's amazing to me to be able to watch someone like that play. Like, these are the legends. This is like seeing a Muhammad Ali fight. This is like watching Babe Ruth play baseball. This is what's the football equivalent? Like a Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Jerry Rice, Jim Ott, one of these. Sorry, I'm not as much of a football fan, guys. You can probably tell. But anyhow, do yourself a favor. I got to call out that guy. That's why I'm wearing this hat. And just want to talk a little bit about baseball. But watch the video. We're going to get into some knives. I'm going to make a video coming up before too long about the relationship between baseball and pocket knives, because there is a relationship there. And they're very similar, slip joint, traditional pocket knives in the game of baseball, in my humble opinion. They kind of go together a little bit hand in hand. Okay, guys, enjoy the video. Sorry for the long intro. Hope you stuck around through that, or you can fast forward it too. But I'm glad to be on here with you guys, and hope you good luck in the knife giveaway. I hope you like the knife that we're giving away. All right, guys, here's the knife I'm going to get into today, which is we've got a GEC, and it is the 32 engineer pattern, which is a swell-centered, what is considered a pen knife, because it's on the one spring there, though it is a very, very robust pen knife. It's 3 and 7/8, I believe, or 3 3/4, I forget, but very, very nice, very classic pattern. And it's called the Engineer. And my grandfather was actually an engineer for the Southern Pacific Railroad. He engineer trains, or do you drive a train? I don't know if you drive or ride a train or engineer a train. But he did between the Sierra Nevadas, like in the 30s and 40s. So trains are a little bit in my family history. I don't have any idea whether he carried a knife that looked like this or not. Just wanted to mention that. Now, this one is in Cocobolo, and this is a 2024 knife. And if you look here, if I can get it to focus, which it does not want to right now. What's going on with this guy? I should in the 48. Anyways, it has, if you can see on that blade right there, that PPP, which is a pattern production premiere, which designates this as the first year of production of this pattern by GEC. And I just think, obviously, this is a knife that I carry and use quite a bit, but that clip point blade is just gorgeous in my opinion. That thing's awesome looking, and I love the patina on it. It has great walk and talk, man, with half stops, and really, really large, useful pin blade, which obviously doesn't get used quite as much, but great walk and talk, really, really cool knife pattern. And Terry's Knives and Man Stuff talks a lot about this knife. He thinks it's the single greatest pen knife that they make. And you know what? He has a very, very strong case for that argument. I would not venture to disagree with him. I've got you've seen a couple of case knives that I have that are of what I consider very high quality. And they are pen knives as well. The 047 pattern, 62047 pattern that I cleaned up recently is a pen knife, and I love that knife as well. But you know what? It doesn't have half stops, and I would say the clip isn't quite as robust and beautiful as this gentleman, and it's not a swell center either. It's a serpentine. But I did find a little info in my book on this pattern, which is it's a real old time pattern, and that's what GEC is known for. They take these old patterns and they bring them back to life in very high quality. They're reproductions, but they have quite the following. And I've heard a lot of you guys mention that you enjoy these knives, and some of you have mentioned you haven't gotten to handle one or own one. Yeah, I mean, I can't recommend them anymore. They are expensive. This knife I got and it wasn't brand new in tube when I got this, so I got it a little bit cheaper than you would normally pay on the secondary market. But here we've got an example, and this is in cocobolo wood. And a knife that I found in this book that I look in was an Ulcer knife company in cocobolo wood. And isn't that just basically the identical knife right there? I mean, I guess though that this has a spear point blade as opposed to the clip point blade, but everything else being very similar, including that shield. So I just thought that was cool. And it goes in a little bit information here. Let's see what it says. Swell center and balloon. This can be called a balloon center pin as well. Is this looking a little dark to you guys? The book always throws off the auto light metering, which if I were better at making videos with an iPhone, I would figure out how to manually control that. So anyways, my apologies. Just for a moment here, bear with me. In the jackknives chapter, I described the swell center jack as looking like a snake that had swallowed a short stick sideways. Swell center pins have the same aspect with slight pointed bulges top and bottom. So he's describing the shape of this guy. The two basic types of swell center pen knives are the equal in, which are simply called swell center, and the tapered, which are called balloon. Oh, okay. So then is this a tapered or a swell center? Is this the tapered maybe? Or this, like this, and this is just the, interesting, tapered. I'm trying to understand what tapered is in regards to this shape that I'm looking at. I mean, I understand what tapered means. Okay. Anyway, sorry about my small vocabulary. The two basic swell center pin knives, which are called balloon or swell center balloon. Balloon knives have the bulbous rounded ends shape like hot air balloons. So I think he's referring to this, or this is more of a balloon. So I can see it. I can see the taper there to look a little larger at not like this, but like this, right? Or like this. And actually I have another one that might be I won't break it out. Some symmetrical swell centers have this type of round ends as well. Others have pointed ends. Western states called a small swell center with pointed ends the Northfield pattern. This was no doubt a tribute to its founder's early years working for Northfield Knife Company in Connecticut. I'm thinking they're talking about Platts, right? Because didn't Platts start Western States and was originally a contributor or control, like a manager or something, or lead designer at Northfield Knife Company in Connecticut. And Northfield, I believe, was bought by Union Razor Company, like 1911 or something like that. I will get into that in another video. In the 1870s, several American pocket knife firms, including Shipley of Philadelphia, and Hawley of Lakeville, Connecticut, called their small, round-ended swell center pens Jenny Lind knives. They were honoring the immensely popular concert singer who was known to her American fans as the Swedish Nightingale. Some other firms called this style the Buttercup. Okay, amazing, odd little tidbits of history surrounding this knife, which don't really have any... I don't know how that correlates to GEC then calling it an engineer. If you know, guys, any information about why, this book doesn't allude to anything that would lead to this knife being called an engineer. But some of you GEC experts may know, or just guys who know more about the history of this shape may know why it would be called an engineer. Okay, so we can get rid of this book. Just wanted to give you some little food for thought there on this pattern and this shape. That leads us to our giveaway. Now, you guys didn't think I was going to give away a used knife, did you? All right, so what we have here is what's called by Boss Steel Blades. They call it the Boss. And this is a 32-1224 produced in 2024, and this is in Gabon ebony. And this knife is the unexcelled version. See, this is the Titiut. I've been corrected 100 times. This is the Titiut version that has a matte blade and a nail nick, and the unexcelled version comes with polished blades, a long pull, and this beautiful Gabon ebony finish, and it's got the fluted or rat tail bolsters. Is this in focus? It's hard to see. So this is an unused GEC 2024 Engineer 32 pattern in Gabon ebony, and it has the this is the Houndtooth shield, which I just think is a killer shield. And this thing's completely unused. You can see that mirror finish and that etch are perfectly intact. It comes with your pin that comes with it, as well as in the tube, which I would just say this knife is new in tube. And so here's the thing, guys. This is the knife I'm giving away for 300 subscribers. And this isn't because, you know, I'm a wealthy dude that can give away expensive knives. This is actually a cheaper alternative for me than to purchase a specific knife for the giveaway. I happen to have two of these, and they're the only knife that I have two of basically the exact same pattern. And you know, I really think these GECs are also great knives. Like, a few of you have mentioned, like, you know, like you wish you could try one, you haven't had a chance to get one. Well, this is as cheap as you're ever going to get it, which is free. So I'm giving this away because I'm trying not to buy any knives right now. And so this ends up the cheaper option to give away one that is already part of my collection. And now, if I have more giveaways, it's not going to be a GEC, almost certainly. This is kind of just a one-time thing. And also, you know, I just want to show my appreciation for everyone in this group. It's about way more than pocket knives in this community, is what I'm finding. Everyone's been so cool. And I'm really enjoying myself. And so, yeah, I really feel like in my heart, I would love to see someone get this and enjoy this knife. And it's a really, really, really beautiful knife. So that's it, guys. What's going to happen is once I hit, 300 subscribers, I will make a video that will be the giveaway video, I guess, is how it works. And you guys comment on that video. In the meantime, help me get to 300 subscribers, right? I guess what that means is you like and you subscribe this and then potentially share it, I guess. I'm not even positive how all that works, but this is the knife for the giveaway for 300 subscribers to the channel, to Daily. And I hope that I hope that you guys are excited about this knife and possibly winning it, as excited as I am about giving it away, because I am. I can't wait to see who gets this knife. Maybe it'll be someone who doesn't have one, or who has never gotten to experience one. It'll make a new impression on a knife collector. But more than likely, who knows? Maybe it'll just go to somebody who's got 100 of them, but this will go in their collection and they'll appreciate it too. And that's just as good, guys. So anyways, good luck. And maybe, hopefully I'll get to 300 subscribers. I've got about 30 or I guess like 29 or 30 to go. So hope that you guys made it to the end of this video and you put up with all my reading about the shape of the knife, and you put up with all my baseball talk. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys so much, and I am excited to see who will take home this knife. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. I hope you have a great rest of your week. When this video airs, I'm actually out of town. I made this on the Monday leading up so that I would have this ready to share. I'm currently out of town right now, so I may not be making another video for a few days. But anyways, enjoy you guys this week, and hope to hear from you guys in the comments. All right, take it easy.